Welcome to ABM Step 4 Content Plan and Messaging. In ABM 4 Content and Messaging, we're going to build on what we learned in ABM 1 Account Selection, ABM 2 Account Insight, and ABM 3 People Insight. In ABM 4, why do we need content and a messaging plan for prospecting? Well, we only get one opportunity to make that first impression, and content helps us stand out in a meaningful, connected way. We offer value and insight into something meaningful and relevant to the recipient, our prospects. Let's start where the customers are. Now, in ABM4, what is the focus of our content and messaging? Well, our customers care about their business first and foremost, not ours. We'll empathize with the problems and challenges they face, demonstrate that we understand and can articulate the problem, the one we know we can solve for them. We're going to create some contextually relevant, personalized content. That's the way to get the conversation started and sustain it. So, what's an example of customer focused content and messaging? Well, we'll focus the discussion on their business challenges, contrast this with here's what I've got to sell. In a context, look at it this way: we're not selling them a pizza oven, but the ability to make dinner for thousands of people. How can we create a contextually relevant, personalized message? Well, we review the content from the work we did in ABM 1 through 3, account selection, account insight, and people insight. And what are the 1 to 2 top triggers for this contact that puts our message in the context of their problem, the problem we know we can solve? We'll focus on how our product and service solves a challenge they face. Start with customer empathy. It's about the customer and their problems, not about us and what we want. Okay, so we've got a connection with the prospect. What next? We need impactful, effective content. Apply what we've learned in ABM steps 1, 2, and 3. Account insight, people insight, account selection to create informed content. Awareness of the problem we solve. What is the optimal solution? How do we map to that solution and create a contextually relevant content cluster for that prospect? So, how do we create this highly personalized step 4 messaging? Well, we put customer needs in terms of the problem solved at the front of it. Criteria we've identified in ABM Step 1 account selection that made a specific company relevant to our campaign. We want to recall that. How do we best solve the problem? What are our competitive advantages? How our solution maps to the prospect's business challenge? What's our positioning strategy? We want to communicate that very clearly and consistently. What's the format you use to lay this out and message it effectively to a prospect? We like to think of it in terms of a volleyball metaphor, the bump, set, spike. Bump is where we highlight and identify the problem. Set is where we frame the optimal or ideal solution. And spike, that's the education step when we reveal that our product solves the bump phase problem with the ideal outcome. Okay, what are the keys to content and messaging success? We want to open a conversation with our prospect about what they care about. Personalize the messaging for our prospects. Take time to understand them and their problems. Short and effective pieces of messaging that address our prospects' business challenges. And personalized messages, campaigns, and outreach programs. Next step, how do we craft the message? We customize the message based on our audience's interests and challenges. We want to be consistent in messaging for web page, emails, LinkedIn, content posts, blogs, videos, whatever the source. We need to be consistent with our messaging. We want to create content valuable to the recipient that addresses clear and significant business challenges. Clarity about the problem we solve, why it matters, and how it creates value. That's essential. Sell the problem, then the solution. We're not selling the spec or the features. With our communication plan, we want to communicate the direction we're going, outline the buying journey. Have the content in place before the outreach begins. Outline the plan in terms of duration, themes, problem statement, problem solution, budget, and the resources required. Position our business and our people as the experts in the area with a depth of knowledge about the problem our prospects face. And create and put our people in the role of being a trusted partner and vendor. That wraps up ABM4, content and messaging. We're going to create a content plan and messaging that's personalized for the prospects and adds value to our conversations, supporting the sales team through all those points of contact with the prospect. We'll apply the IGNITE acronym to ABM to ignite your revenue pipeline. You want to identify the accounts within your ICP that have the best chance of becoming customers. G, generate the personalized messaging. N, you want to nail your content plan before you start outreach. Trial different medium, podcasts, blogs, interviews, ebooks, and webinars. Include that cross-functional team of marketing, sales, ops, biz dev, finance, executive leadership as one integrated whole team. T, tabulate the results and track your ROI metrics conscientiously. And E, engage. Reach out to those prospects, start with a personalized high touch message, follow up with a methodical customer omni journal plan.